Good morning, Monday, September 8th. Oh my gosh, week 1 NFL is here. It is back. We made it through, and what a weekend it was. Oh my goodness. Let me tell you what. I don't know how y'all did, but I had a very fun weekend of NFL football. Let's talk about it real quick. Let's talk about it really quick here. Week 1 for rudebets.com. I told y'all we didn't have any player props. But we did have this. We had Chargers plus... I guess these are all against the spreads, right? If you're looking at rudebets.com and you're looking at the spreads here that we had on the site, 10-5, 67% against the spread for week 1. That is outstanding. It means basically 2 out of every 3 plays you possibly could have taken won against the spread yesterday for rudebets.com simulations. I don't know what else to say, man. That is as good of a week 1 as we can have with the limited data that we have for the sport and what we were looking at coming in. Like I said, all day yesterday, it's a lot easier to model out teams with limited data than it is to model out players. So, yeah, 2 out of every 3 plays against the spread would have won if you were using rudebets.com for your NFL picks for against the spread. So, congrats to those who did hit some big plays. I know we had a lot of people in the Discord who did really well yesterday. And yeah, we had some really bad beats as well, I will not lie. We were a Sam Darnold fumble away from having a generational day, but it's okay. It is okay. It happens. It's just so frustrating. I'd say 95 out of 100 times in that exact situation, the Seahawks score a touchdown there. A minute left, they're at like the 6-yard line, touchdown to win the game, and he fumbles. So you hammered Ravens money line and -1 and was beautiful until the end. Heartbreaking. Sorry about that, Jay Wood. I was on the Bills, but Seahawks ended that slip for me on that one, so I didn't have any action on that game because the Seahawks lost on that fumble. But week 1 overall was absolutely insane. Super happy with how it went. This is going to be an absolutely outstanding NFL season for rudebets.com. So very excited for that. For Monday night here, my Monday night, I think Vikings -1.5 is a pretty good play. I'm a J.J. McCarthy believer, personally. It's one of those games that is going to be pretty tough because like the focal point of the team is a guy who's never played before. So it does introduce a little bit of difficulty in terms of predicting that game, but I'm a little bit higher on the Vikings than the Bears right now. So I think Vikings, either money line or -1.5 is not a bad play. That's where I would be. That's where I'm probably going to be when I end up locking it in. Unless one of y'all can talk me out of it. But under 43.5, I don't know. I think like a 24-21 is a pretty fair score in the end. I think the Vikings win by a field goal. And yeah, I think like no, maybe it could be, maybe like a 21-18, 21-17. That 43 is tough. Under 43.5, oof. I guess if I would, man. That I probably would stay away. That just feels like a very low over-under. Like, I don't think these defenses are going to be that good. So I would stay away from that total at 43.5. If it was like 47.5, yeah, I probably would go under, but I could see a 24-21 score there. 44. 45. Yeah, that's too tight. I would rather just be on Vikings. Touchdowns do you like tonight? Week 1 touchdowns, pretty much you just got to ride with running backs in my opinion. There's not enough data on wide receivers and target shares and all that stuff, so pretty much you're going to just ride with wide receivers. Colts money line. There you go. Use the sim all weekend and cashed in the under in the Patriots and the Colts money line. Nice. Yeah, totals are. I tried to stay away from totals this week for NFL. just because, once again, when we're modeling out these games, some of the defenses are going to be new and improved, and some defenses will probably be worse. So it's hard to really gauge like scoring defense and scoring offense to get a really good total. I think those are a little sketchy. The spreads are the most confident. For week one, like the most safe play that I'm going to have is spreads. And as you saw here, like I said, this week, RudeBets.com went 10-5 so far. We're 10-5 on spreads, 67% record against the spread. If you just blindly followed the RudeBets sim, looked at the projected score, projected spread, and then just took the team based off of that, you would have gone 10-5. You'd won 67% of your plays. So let's get into MLB, though. Let's go ahead and let's get cracking into MLB today. When did TikTok Lives come back? Just this weekend. I'm just testing them out again. We'll see how long they last. This is my like backup account anyway, so we'll see how it goes. But all right, let's see here. MLB Game 1. First of all, shout out the Washington Nationals. Shout out to the Washington, D.C. Nationals, man. What a series for them, taking 2 out of 3 against the Cubs. In a must-win scenario for the Cubs. Must-win series for the Cubs, and they ended up losing that to the Nats, who have nothing to play for. So shout out to the Nationals for that. Love you guys. Love you, Washington Nationals. Thank you. I'm a Brewers fan, obviously. That was very helpful for us. Bumps our lead pretty much to a spot where it's going to be... I mean, there's 19 games left. It would require the Brewers to absolutely, colossally blow it. 7.5 game lead with 19 games left. I mean, look, it's possible. It is very possible that the Cubs can still win this division. But, I mean, 7.5 games in 19, that's tough. Brewers would have to play atrocious baseball, and the Cubs would have to pretty much win out. So, shout out Nationals. We'll see what happens in this, though. I mean, good news is, pretty much Brewers are locked for a playoff spot almost, which is all that really matters, in my opinion. Nats Marlins, Game 1 here. Marlins are minus 134. I mean, that's pretty fair. We're getting to the point of the year where our edge on money lines in the MLB are going to be pretty much gone. We could still find some value for sure on underdogs, but majority of these games we're not going to find a ton of value. There's just so much data available for me and so much data available for the books that these lines are going to be pretty sharp. You got 140 games worth of data to model with. And obviously when it comes to data modeling, the more available information you have, the more accurate your prediction models will be. So we're at the point now where these MLB predictions are going to be extremely, extremely accurate for both sides, for me and the book. So minus 134, pretty fair value at minus 130 for the Marlins is what we have, Matt. Cade Cavalli going up against Jansen Junk. You hammered at under 8.5 already? Jay, what I'm assuming you're talking about the Brewers. Correct me if I'm wrong there. Pretty boring game here. I mean, Maximo Acosta here, massive home run probability, but he's one of those rare outliers, September call-up guy who has little to no data. He has 24 at-bats this year versus righties, 3 are home runs, 2.67 total bases per hit versus righties. This is outstanding numbers. Yeah, I mean, Maximo Acosta, he's on a bit of a heater in his limited time this year versus righties. Last 20 batted ball events, 70% hard hit rate, average exit velocity of 96.6, 25% barrel rate, 40% fly ball. Like, yeah. Let's see what pitches we're looking against here. We're working with a fastball. We're working with a curveball, and a little bit of a changeup. So yeah, it stays pretty high here. 3 homers with these pitch. Oh my gosh, 3 home runs with this pitch makes 71% fly ball. So Maximo Acosta, long shot for a home run, plus 600, plus 850 on Bet365. Yeah, I think Maximo Acosta is definitely worth a look. He's worth a look. Long shot home run play today, Maximo Acosta definitely is in play. Cade Cavalli hasn't pitched a ton yet this year either. Strikeout rate's pretty decent. He does give up a lot of hits. Home runs are actually getting pretty high for him too. 4.44% home run rate. So 4% of batters hit a home run against him. So I don't mind a Maximo Acosta long shot home run play. Do not mind it. Looking elsewhere in this game, not a whole lot. Two teams not really playing for much. I mean, Jacob Marcy probably going to be a pretty good option today for hits, runs, and RBIs. I like the pitch mix. Versus righties for Marcy, we're looking at hard hits gone down, Agzavilo's gone down, but he's kind of coming back to earth. Pitch mix still is pretty decent, though, 7.47. Overall, not a ton in that game. Game 2, Royals, Guardians. Royals, Guardians here. Personally, I mean, I probably would say this is going to be a boring game. Bergert going up against Slade. Ciccone, Slade. I'm just call him Slade. Big Slade. Pascantino, Salvador Perez, both look all right for home runs today in this one. Weather negative 17%, unfortunately. Not great home run weather today in Cleveland. Cannot say that I'm excited about those numbers there. But if anybody's going to hit a home run today, I mean, Pascantino and Salvi look okay. Bobby Witt definitely in play today for total bases and or hits, runs, and RBIs. Yeah, I mean, Bobby's got a good hard hit rate, good average exit velo. These numbers don't surprise me. I don't mind the Royals as a dog today at minus 102. There's some good value on that money line. Royals money line has some decent value today. But that's probably a pretty low scoring game. Total in this one is 8.5. That's a good under as well. That's another good under. Game 3, Mets-Phillies. Mets-Phillies. New York Mets here. Nolan McLean versus Aaron Nola. I mean, another small samples. Welcome to September baseball, everybody. Welcome to September baseball, where you have so many guys who have played 1 or 2 games. You know what I mean? Oh, my God. Drives me nuts with all these pitchers that have such low sample size. But, I mean, McLean's numbers have been really good. He's going to regress. His hits are going to go up today. His home runs probably go up. His strikeouts probably go down. Makes this one a little bit tough. I don't mind riding with the Mets at minus 118. If we look at the standings here, let's see how the Mets look for the league. Mets pretty much are locked in for a playoff spot, although they still want to win this one. I think they still want to win this one. There are a lot of options against Aaron Nola today that I really like. A lot of options against Aaron Nola that I really like today. Specifically Juan Soto, Pete Alonso. Lindor's decent, but Juan Soto and Pete Alonso I really like today. Really like those two for home runs. TikTok chat, we're going to be going through game by game. I am going through this slate game by game. So one at a time here. If y'all want to watch on Twitch, you can. RudeBet's site. You can look me up on Twitch. You can find the stream there as well if you want to see my screen. But we're going game by game. But I really do like Juan Soto as a home run candidate today. One of my favorite options across the entire board. 8.01 out of 10 rating on the pitch mix. Pete Alonso is a secondary option here, 24%. Also looks really good. Pretty much a lot of the Mets look great today. I'd stay away from the Phillies against McLean and just let that play out. Like I said, he's going to regress. Maybe even today. He probably gets hit today a little bit, but there's not enough data on McLean to really go in on the Phillies. Cubs, Braves. Someone in the TikTok chat said Cubs run line. I don't mind it. I think Cubs money line is a much better play. You're getting it at minus 118. You're pretty much going to double up. Cubs to win this game. You're going to get a double up on it. So I do like the Cubs anyway. So I really don't mind it. I really don't mind it. Hold on, let me change this background for y'all real quick. I don't know why it says teams only. That was for football. One sec, TikTok. All right, let's keep going here. So Cubs look really good on the money line today. They need to win these games, honestly, if they want any sort of shot at winning that division, like I talked about at the beginning of this stream. Imanaga, I like him. I trust him. Bryce Elder's kind of trash. I really don't mess with Bryce Elder that much. Let's see. We got... There we go. Okay. Acuna against Imanaga. Nothing. I wouldn't take anybody on the Braves today, player prop wise. Cubbies. Michael Busch looks decent. Michael Busch looks pretty decent here. Home run wise, could be okay. Plus 426. I mean, his line is currently sitting at plus 480. Yeah, Mike Busch for a home run's not bad today. You're getting some decent value on Michael Busch for a homer. Yeah, I don't mind that play. Outside of that, Kyle Tucker probably for a hit, Ian Happ for a hit. But really, the only kind of player prop in this game would be Michael Busch. And then Cubs on the money line looks pretty good. If you want, you could also do the run line. Strikeouts for Imanaga, about 4, and then 4 for Elder. So nothing really there. Game 5, Brewers-Rangers. Brewers-Rangers in Game 5 here. Interesting. 50-50 game. Quintana going up against Jacob Latz. 50-50 game here for us. Yeah, I can't really justify either side of this money line. Minus 118 for the Brewers, not worth it. Plus 100 for the Rangers. I mean, pretty fair value. Total of 8.5. Yeah, I think the under in this one does look pretty decent. Under 8.5 total runs does look pretty decent. Quintana scares me a little bit. He doesn't have that good of stuff. Strikeouts are so low. He relies heavily on ground balls and just like batters to get themselves out, essentially. So he does scare me. His runs per innings pitch is decent, but he scares me a little bit. Latz on the other side. I mean, Latz is pretty similar. His strikeout rate's a little bit better, but yeah, I think the under in this one's pretty decent. Churio mashes left-handed pitching, so if Churio's in today, I think he's the target for general props. I think you take Churio for total bases or hits, runs, and RBIs. He's been a bit of a cold streak. He did have a home run finally against a lefty here. Right there. On the 6th, so his last at bat that he's actually had. Yeah. Excuse me. I think you take Churio today for general props. Total bases or hits, runs, and RBIs. Contreras, he's all right, but overall, probably a pretty low-scoring, boring game offensively. Game 6, Twins, Angels. Also, chat, we do have the home run play going across the bottom of the screen. Juan Soto. Who is on it? Juan Soto, Byron Buxton, Shea Langeliers. Juan Soto, Byron Buxton, Shea Langoliers. That is the home run play of the day that I'm taking. We can't really do the 1 to 1,000 anymore because they stopped giving us MLB boosts. So it's almost impossible to create a plus. We'd have to have like a 6-leg insane slip just to get there, which isn't fun, isn't fair. But Twins Angels should be a really good game here for home runs. Would stay away from the money line in this one as well. I mean, maybe you could go Twins as a dog if you want, because we do like Buxton, we do like Wallner, and we do like Clemens for a home run today. On the other side, Joe Adell looks really good. That's the one that I would take if you're looking at the Angels. Ward, Trout, Nito, they're okay, but Joe Adell's the main guy today for the Angels. So, you got a good amount of options for home runs in this game. Kind of about it, though, for this one. That's all. This is a home run kind of. This game's just for home run props. Buxton being my favorite in this one, though. Cardinals, Mariners. Cardinals, Mariners here. Cardinals at plus 180 is better side to be on, but Michaelis sucks and Woo's pretty good, so I probably wouldn't touch it. Cal Raleigh, 28% chance to hit a home run. I think he probably goes deep today. His value's pretty fair, plus 200. It's not great. Since we can't get boosts anymore, it kind of sucks, but I wish we could still get the boosts. Unfortunately, we cannot. But that's all right. Cubs or Braves? Cubs. But that's all right. I think Cal Raleigh has a good day today. He's a good candidate for total bases or hits, runs, and RBIs as well. Josh Naylor's another. No, sorry. Eugenio Suarez is another guy who looks pretty good too. 21%. So Suarez at plus 325, plus 350 for a homer. I like it. I do like it. I wouldn't touch anybody on the Cardinals today. Reds Padres here. Reds Padres. Projecting this one to be pretty low scoring with the Reds winning this one. So Reds plus 122 is a pretty good dog. Lodolo going up against you, Darvish. I do like the Reds as a dog today. Player prop wise, I mean, Noel V. Marte, yeah, nothing crazy. Really nothing great for player props in this one. Maybe some general prop looks. You could look at like Marte maybe for hits, runs, and RBIs, but overall, nothing that really stands out for player props in this one. The main play here would be the Reds as a dog on the money line. Game 9, D-backs, Giants. Game 9, D-backs, Giants. Giants, wow, okay. D-backs plus 160, Nabil Krismak going up against Logan Webb. I mean, I don't think there's any MLB team worth minus 190. Giants are playing pretty good ball. They're red hot over the last few weeks, so I don't think it's really worth taking the D-backs at plus 160. So I'd stay away from this money line in general. Logan Webb's probably going to shut down he's probably going to shut down the Diamondbacks today. And then the other side, Nabil Krismak just does not have enough data. He's a super small sample size guy with a low strikeout rate, very low home run rate, low walk rate. There's not a whole lot there. Not a little 10-minute break? What do you mean a little 10-minute break? You're at work? Yeah, for the Giants, not too much either. I mean, just not a whole lot. We don't have enough data on Charismat, and Webb's going to shut these guys down. Game 10, Red Sox, A's. Red Sox, A's. Crochet going up against Luis Morales. Honestly, I mean, there's a lot more value on the A's here at plus 146, even though it's going up against Crochet. Morales, small sample size guy. Once again, another like late August call up, but his numbers have been really good. 27% strikeout rate. Only 1% of batters hit a home run. Only 15% of batters get a hit. Walk rate's a little high at 9%, almost 10%, but he doesn't give up any runs. I like this Luis Morales guy. I really do. He's pretty solid. Obviously, Crochet is outstanding. Probably going to win the Cy Young here. At least he'll be top 2 in voting. There's really only one guy that I would touch today on the A's, and that's Shea Langoliers. I think you get some pretty good value for him, especially given the fact that Crochet does give up a home run at about 3% of the time. He's pretty average with his home run allowance. He's on par with average left-handed pitching for home runs allowed. So, other than that, there's not too much to touch in this game. A's as a dog, not a bad play. Crochet strikeouts up to 7. I think Crochet goes for 7 strikeouts today. And, Morales for strikeouts could be a good play today, too. Honestly. Could be a decent play, too. And then long shot play would be Shea for a homer. Kobe Thomas probably stay away, although he does mash lefties. He's a very small sample size guy, only 40 at bats, but versus lefties, you can see right here. He took Tariq Skubal deep. He did take Tariq Skubal deep. That's impressive. I mean, maybe him for a long shot as well. But. And then game 11, Rockies-Dodgers. Obviously, Shohei Ohtani for a home run. Dodgers are going to win this game. They're not worth it at minus 300. Wouldn't touch it. But they're going to win this game most likely. Dollander going up against Tyler Glasnow. Ohtani's going to hit a home run. His odds are plus 134. We have him at plus 133. So, the book and I have a pretty very similar stance on Ohtani's home run probability today. 43%. Max Muncy's not a bad option, too, for a homer. I don't mind Max Muncy for a home run today as well. I like that pitch mix rating a lot. So, Max Muncy, if you don't... Obviously, I wouldn't take Ohtani at plus 130. I would probably pivot to Max Muncy. So, if you're looking at the Rockies today, Moniak is not terrible. Moniak's not bad, and neither is Hunter Goodman. They both have a chance. Glasnow's giving up home runs at a league average rate. 3.5% of batters hit a home run against him, so I can't really argue with that. So those guys are actually decent options. Yeah. Projection leaderboard here. Ohtani we talked about. Maximo Acosta as a long shot looks decent. Soto, Raleigh, we like both of them. Buxton, we do like him. Got back, what do you think of the Brewers under? I think it's a decent play today, yeah. I don't mind it. Quintana scares me a little bit, but I don't mind it. Red Sox play. I think either pitcher for strikeouts, but I also think in the Red Sox game that A's are not bad value as an underdog. At plus 150, I think that's not terrible. It's a good price for them at that level. And then Shea Langoliers is a pretty solid long shot. We like Pete Alonso. These home run plays look pretty solid today. If we're looking at pitcher strikeouts, we don't have that many good matchups at the top. Glasnow, what's Glasnow's strikeout line? It's probably insane because he's going up against the Rockies, but Tyler Glasnow, 10.5. No, that's not real. He doesn't have a real strikeout line. So I guess Glasnow's still a TBD. His only line that I'm seeing right now is 10.5, which is not a real line. So Glasnow, if he plays, you want to take him for maybe over 7.5, but I think he's a TBD right now. Logan Webb, bad matchup for Webb. Crochet's matchup is okay. I don't like his line at 8.5, though. I only like him up to about 7 strikeouts. So probably under for Crochet on strikeouts, honestly. Luis Morales over 4.5 looks really good. McLean's got a bad matchup. Woo's got a bad matchup. Nolas, Cavalli got a bad matchup. So, target pitcher earned runs today. Again, I think these plays have been really consistent here in September. Pitcher earned runs. Bryce Elder over 2.5. Slate Ciccone over 2.5. Cavalli over 2.5. Like, you can target any of those guys for over 2.5 earned runs. Been very, very nice. Those plays have been very, very nice. If we're looking at pitch mix here, maybe not. I froze it. Hold on. I need to refresh. I got to refresh my browser. My computer, man, is so old now. Built it in 2020. It's getting up there in age, unfortunately. All right, I'll just walk through who has top pitch mixes here while I wait. Acosta, number 1. Shohei looks great, number 2, and Juan Soto, number 3, Max Muncy, number 4. So a lot of the guys we talked about. Acosta, Ohtani, Soto, Muncy. I think Muncy's a really good play for a home run today, a long shot. Cal Raleigh's got a good pitch mix. Mark Vientos, Bobby Witt, Byron Buxton, Pete Alonso. There's some good options based on the pitch mix today. There we go. Browser's refreshed. And we're back. Mets, Cubs, Brewers, Red Sox, -1.5. Thoughts? I like the Mets and the Cubs. The other two I'm not too sold on. Brewers I have as a 50-50. That's a coin flip game. And then the Red Sox, honestly, I think the A's are positioned nicely to have a good shot to win that game. So, yeah. I think we're chilling. We're looking pretty darn good today. I think overall we got ourselves a pretty nice slate to work off of. So, Twitch people, we're going to end the stream. We're going to get this video over up on YouTube. Make sure you drop a subscription, like, comment. Also, go subscribe to rudebets.com. You can still use code football for 50% off on there. So go jump in and subscribe to rudebets.com. We're going to go ahead and end this stream. We're going to get this up on YouTube. And good luck today. Peace out, Twitch.